yung regional book fairs or the Philippine Book Festivals at the region. So the target is to have this probably a little smaller event sa mga regions.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Virgie, do you want to add anything to that? Or okay.
Okay po. So, yun pa. It's a smaller version of the Philippine Book Festival. We actually set up a call every year for that, and then we accept proposals po from the regions, and then yung implementer are actually from the regions. So we do have that.
MJ, daghang salamat for traveling all the way from Cebu, and thank you for asking that wonderful question. I think a lot of the folks here wanted to ask that as well. All right, name please, and who you want to ask your question to.
Hi, good morning po. I'm Nika Roque from GMA News Online. My question po is for Sir Nelson and Miss Yasmin. Kumusta po yung collaboration nyo when writing and creating this book? And for my second question po, ano po yung lesson or message na gusto nyo i-impart nitong libro nyo po?
It was both easy and hard. Because easy, madali, like parang nagte-text lang kami, minsan this oras ng gabi, yes, what do you think of this part? Tanggalin natin itong part na to, or tapos magbabato siya sa akin. And it was hard because you dig deep into something that's really dark, I guess. So, and isa lang masasabi ko parang, come on Filipinos, we are the bullying capital of the world. Diba? I mean, that is so sad. Okay na ako doon sa texting capital of the world Pero yung bullying capital of the world, come on. And I don't think there will be enough books about bullying na pwede nating ilimbag to help create that noise, to help create that awareness na hindi na dapat nangyayari ito at this day and age.
Yes, si Kuya Nelson, actually thankful ako kay Kuya Nelson for including me in this project. When he called me na kung gusto ko daw makipag-collab sa kanya with the book, syempre, nag-oo ako agad kasi alam ko na marami akong matutulungan na kids na to move on, na para ma-navigate nila yung feelings nila, para mag-guide din sila kung ano yung mga na tama yung nafe-feel nila, na okay lang, it's okay, na you can move on, you can be strong, you can be yourself. Ganyan. Hindi mo kailangan magbago, you don't have to change your personality, walang ganon. So, yun yung gustong iparating ng book na pwede ka pa rin maging malakas despite of what you went through. And gusto ko rin sabihin na kasama rin pala yung tula na gawa ng anak ko dito, si Ayesha Zara. Meron siyang sinulat na tula na included dito sa book na to. So gusto ko rin mag-thank you na sinama mo yung tula ni Ayesha dito sa book na to. So sana suportahan niyo yung Jose at ang Mahiwagang Taguri. Ayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nika, for that question, and thank you, Yasmin and Nelson. Any more questions? Okay, hi. Name, please.
Hello, good afternoon. Marita Muay po. Good morning, sorry. Marita Muay from the Philippine News Agency. To the NBTV. It's the 4th year of the Philippine Book Festival. Paano po natin nasusukat na measure actually yung na-achieve natin yung goal natin to promote reading among Filipinos, especially the younger generation? Do we have data to back that up? Thank you.
In terms of reading data, so the mandate of NBDB is to grow the industry. That is our mandate. So our mandate isn't necessarily reading, it's growing the industry. But what we've seen in the last 4 years, there's a surge in the number of titles, ISBN. So there's something, parang it's called the International Standard Book Number. Para siyang a unique barcode. And the titles are growing. I think it's about double from the last 6 years, right? So if there are more titles, that means that there are more people reading. And we're looking at the work of the publishers, and we've seen their titles expanding as well, we can also look at something like sales, right? Because that's what we can measure. We don't measure the reading, but we look at the sales and we look at the number of books. So we've also seen a surge in sales. We've also seen a surge in registrants. So as NBDB, what we do is we register everyone in the publishing industry. And once they register, they're able to get their incentive. And that's how we capture data. So there is an increase in the number of self-authored publishers, and there is also an increase in publishers. So this goes to show that they're developing more products because we're looking at it more of a business and the product. So yon. And we also noticed that there are, there's so many conversations about books when those conversations weren't really there before. So it's really trying to build that ecosystem. But yes, if anyone's doing the survey, I know Department of Education does some sort of survey, and we will be doing more surveys as well. Yan po.
For my second question, do you also like connect, may mga bata tayo ngayon na siguro konti lang sila, pero we can, encourage them na nagsisimulang magsulat, and then, but they don't know where to go. Parang sino yung pwedeng sumuporta sa kanila, na parang, for example, I met a grade 8 student na meron siyang compilation, may notebook siya ng mga poems, sinusulat niya mga short stories. So, parang sabi niya, kaya lang, nandun lang yun, nasa notebook lang niya. So, paano yun gagawin? Meron pa pwedeng tumulong sa kanila para ma-encourage yung ating mga bata to write, and syempre kasabay na dun yung pagbabasa.
So yes, we actually, we always need more marketing efforts to promote what NBDB does. But for parents that are looking, they can just look online. There's so many writers, workshops, and there are publishers that actually do calls for more writers. But they really have to do the research. But as NBDB, we are available, and this is why we have our Philippine Book Festival, so people can learn and enjoy and meet all of the publishers that they need to. We also have a book nook. So the book nook, these are reading spaces from north to south, where we have mostly Filipino authored books, but we do have classes there for kids specifically, where they can really hone their writing and their illustrations. So that's another point where they can meet, and that's north to south. We have all the way from, let's say, Kiangan, Ifugao, all the way to Barm. So that is available. But again, if people don't know about us, please write about us so we can just spread the knowledge. So I'm asking every one of you, all our favorite book talkers, all of our media outlets to write about NBDB and the services that we could provide, because we're really here to help everyone. And lastly, we have a program called the Book Institute. The Book Institute mainly is, there's really no publishing courses in the Philippines. So even just that art of publishing, people don't really know about it. So this is kind of like short courses that we can provide. It's mainly to adults, but this is something we want to expand for children as well. But again, there are a lot of resources. Do the research, write about us, and then we can all collaborate po.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marita. We have Denise from PTV. Denise, why don't you stand over here?
Hi, good morning. Yes, good afternoon, rather. My question is more for the publishers. It was quite noticeable earlier that we have different views on ebooks. And in light of the hardships of getting actual hard copies to areas, far-flung areas in the Philippines, what is our actual view on creating ebooks that would cater to these people who couldn't have any access to hard copies? And is it actually easier to provide ebooks or hard copies?
It's easier to provide ebooks. In fact, yung mga OFWs na gustong magbasa ng books from us, active pa rin yung ebook, no? So, yung sinabi ko kanina, ang dami nang pwedeng puntahan ng publishing. So, kung talagang magre-research ka and look for the content, it's very easy now. Ang problema ngayon kasi is the connection of the Wi-Fi ang connection of and our country is, it's an archipelago. So kung yung accessibility ng yun ang challenge namin as publishers yung accessibility ng deliveries, etc. ginagawa ng paraan actually, no? So nagagawa naman namin ng nationwide. Okay. So do the research sa website, may mga websites, may mga you can see the ebooks there. So hindi ganoon kahirap kung tutuusin. No. So you have the bookstores, you have the
May I do a follow-up, sir, with the godfather of Philippine book publishing?
Actually, what I tried to convey kanina, is to come up with more bookstores, and that you give incentive to the putting up of bookstores, and this could be addressed by as cited by RA 8047, accessibility is a very important consideration. And what I tried to convey kanina, Congressman Lupus Rodriguez came up with a proposed bill that would cause the proliferation of more bookstores throughout the country. And these bookstores would be given special privileges. They would be given tax-free privileges, and but unfortunately, because of the change of administration, it was archived, and hopefully it can be reintroduced again, because the only way really to disseminate more material is to cause the proliferation of distributors, and distributors should, they are bookstores that should be present in all the places in the archipelago. That's the aspiration.
Thank you so much, Denise. Now, we have our last 3 questions ready. May I ask you to stand here, sir? And who do you want to ask? What's your question? What's your name?
Good morning. My name is Rory Bisco from the Business Mirror. My first question is, what do you think, how realistic is it to look at reading and books as a vital part of the country's preventive mental health strategy rather than being just supplementary? Does it play a vital role? Anyone can answer. Sorry, I'm coming from a mental health perspective. That's why the question.
Well, actually, we as a writer, I've been thinking of, and a publisher, I've been thinking of books na kailangan ng tungkol sa mental health issues. Actually, we have books na nasa YA about yung the very controversial, yung mga kabataan na nag-iisip ng suicide and everything like that. So, actually, naglalabasan na ngayon. Ang dami na. So, I don't understand what do you mean by supplementary. Supplementary, what do you mean?
Sorry, yes.
Anong ibig mong sabihin sa supplementary?
Parang part lang po, hindi po siya part of the broad spectrum of the mental health strategy of the Philippines, of the government, rather than just being parang sidebar lang.
Okay. You mean it should be included in the curriculum?
Yes.
Okay. So, ikaw siguro sasagot dito.
Hello.
Sorry po kung medyo hindi.
Actually, yung mental health is already part of the curriculum. Okay, ang kulang na lang siguro dito would be more materials, more books to deepen yung pag-process ng mental health, which is already in the curriculum. So the PBF helps in that because we have many books about mental health displayed at the PBF that the people can look into. Thank you.
Would that in a way po normalize yung conversation in terms of mental health issues like anxiety, depression, trauma, etc. Like what Sir Nelson's book is talking about in terms of bullying. Thank you.
So does that help encourage conversations around mental health? Okay, Sir June, the mic has been passed to you. It's just kidding. Who would like to take the CJ? CJ? All right. CJ?
All right. I think in our own mental health, it is very sensitive. We have read about sometimes our mental health is taboo. Yeah, taboo. So it is more important to process our capabilities. Also, it is important also to share with the children, to be heard their voices. Why? Because through creating books about mental health, it helps more people to understand what is happening on us, on our mental health. And also, we hope that we teach more people to be kind to everyone, usually limited to understand us.
Thank you for that answer, CJ. Ms. Charisse, would you like to add
Yes.
more?
Yes, thank you. I'd like to add to that. I'm going to shift it. It's not just mental health. It's talking about sensitive histories. It's talking about body parts. It's books are books teach you to be a little bit more empathetic. And sometimes we don't want to be in certain conversations. And if you have a book, it'll enable you to have that conversation. It'll make the conversation easier. So we just encourage everyone to write more, publish more, go to PBF, because you'll hear different types of conversations. And yeah, there's certain things that we don't really write about, and we should. And yes, so it's not just about mental health. Mental health is so important, especially now with everyone being so stressed out and the kids being really into social media, that there are so many other topics that we don't delve on that really should be kind of at the forefront. So that's my feeling about that.
Thank you, Ms. Charisse. Sir June? Yes?
May gusto,
Well, I would like to share something. With regards of that, time's changing kasi. So, yung kids ngayon is different from kids way back. So, yung mga issues from way back is not the same issues na dinideal ng mga kids ngayon. So, they have a different thinking. Siyempre, iba na yung mga issues ngayon. Yung issues ngayon is mental health, cyberbullying, AI, kung gagamit ba or hindi, gadgets, mga Roblox or whatever, at kung ano-ano pa. Yun yung mga issues na wala tayo dati. Dati, uuwi lang tayo ng bahay, manonood lang tayo sa afternoon show at kakain, matutulog. Ganon. Ganon lang. Pero ngayon, iba na. Kaya yung mga ganyan, yung mga mental health issues, it's really important na ma-introduce siya talaga sa school. And kanina meron kang question about reading, kung nakakatanggal siya ng anxiety or what. It depends on the person. Kasi some people, ang reading sa kanila, it really helps na matanggal yung anxiety nila. But for other people, hindi naman ganon. Yung iba sa kanila K-drama. Pero yung iba sa kanila talagang na ilang oras na sila nagbabasa, hindi pa rin, nakakalimutan na nila yung oras. Like ako, minsan 8 hours ako nagbabasa, tapos, oh my God, gabi na pala. Kasi nag-aaral ako right now. So tingin ko, ay, gabi na pala. Okay, ganon pala yun. So, iba-iba rin naman sa iba-ibang tao. And it helps them when it comes to your mental health. And yeah, I agree with that na kailangan talaga yung mga issues na ngayon dapat ma-introduce para malaman ng mga kids at ma-navigate sila at mag-guide sila ng mga teachers nila when it comes to paano i-handle tong mga issues na to in school or in their environment.
Thank you for that, Yasmin. Rory, thank you for your question. And to the ones who asked as well, a big thank you to our panelists. Thank you for answering. Sir June, would you like to add something?
hindi. nabanggit lang yun tungkol sa mental health issue. Actually, I'm happy as a publisher na. So, okay, kasi may mga books kami about mental health issues, lahat-lahat. I'm an open, bukas ako bilang publisher. So ngayon talagang, ang maganda ngayon na nadidiscuss na yung tungkol sa mental health issues, lalo na sa mga sinabi niya, lalo na sa mga nangyayari, social media, etc. etc. But it's been there, no? It's been there noon pa, hindi lang siya nahaharap. And I'm very, very thankful na pinag-uusapan na siya ngayon at mayroong mga books na kami rin from our publishing na tumatalakay tungkol sa mental health issues na iba't ibang klase. Marami yan anxiety, panic attacks, everything. So even ASD, people with on spectrum and ADHD like me. So bukas na bukas. So ayun lang. It's a dynamic publishing. It's very challenging, and I'm happy for that.
I love that more stories are being shared about those topics. And I love that the Philippine Book Festival brings these stories at the forefront as well. It's there for them to check out for 4 days. Now, before we wrap it up, Sir Butch, I know you have something to share too.
I'm not an expert on mental health, but I think there's one factor here we haven't really spoken about, which is the role of parents and grandparents. You can't just buy a kid a bundle of books and leave him or her to work things out. As some of you know, we have an apuhan named Buboy, whom we love dearly. He's 9 years old, and what I do is he watches YouTube and TikTok on the phone, but every now and then we sit down and read a book together. We don't just read, we discuss what we read, whether it's an issue of bullying or dealing with other people and so on. And I think we have to emphasize that. If we expect the kids to read, the parents and the lolas and lolas should read too, and maybe read the books with the kids together.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Butch. And again, thank you to all our panelists. That wraps up our program for today. And may I just say, that is the reason we need 4 days to get together at the PP